Welcome back to the channel, guys and gals. My name is Norman, also known as King Julian here on this channel, to all the new subscribers. First, I'd like to say thank you to all the new subscribers, and it's very, very heartfelt. I know you guys hear that a lot, and you're going to hear that a lot from me because I am very humble and very proud of all of the subscribers here on this channel. Uh, it's been a long time, and I feel great, and I feel like a rich man when I'm looking at this right now, and I see 200 subscribers. I feel like a rich man. I don't know how other people feel, but I do right now, and that makes me feel good. So tonight, uh, I got an update for the articulated cattle cars. So here we go. Here's the articulated cattle car. If you notice, I now have foot stirrups on each end of the car A. The roof walk has been painted, and I've also added a platform on each end. Um, and I've got 3 grab rails right there. I'm going to wind up adding a ladder coming up here, grab rails to the top side. Oops, sorry, let me flip it around. To the top side right here. And back here on the back, there will be a ladder coming to the platform that you can look through the porthole or maintain your cattle. This probably will get a platform here in the front as well with a brake wheel. And then I've got to decide on the color for the stirrups. In case some of y'all are wondering, these are all handmade, hand bent. There is a video ways back in the series where it shows I've actually hand bent these, and does show me hand bending a lot of wires. There is a cheap way to do it. It's very inexpensive. Just requires a little bit of patience to do it. But yes, so this is each car will be done like this, except for the center car. The center car will have a platform here, ladder going up. It'll have the 3 grab rails here and the foot stirrups on each end, and a ladder going up right here on this one. That will be all that will be done to this car. Why? It's in the center of a consist, and I don't feel like it needs a lot of extra stuff. So, because it's in the center, this will always be the center car no matter what, no matter which direction you turn it. Car C will have the ladder coming up here, the 3 grab rails plus the stirrups, platform back here, ladder coming up, and a platform here, and with a brake wheel. I'm probably going to have to go grab some brake wheels from some other rolling stock I have at the house that's not being used right now. Not really being used. I just haven't rebuilt them yet. Still got to get some parts, but hey, it's what it's all about. You know, some of them were old and brake wheels were coming off anyways, and falling off, and just would not stay in place unless I glued them. And again, it'll have the rails up here on the top and up here. This will all be painted black. All the other cars have been a stainless steel color on the handrails. Being that these are cattle cars, I'm not too sure if I want to do the stainless steel color, because I don't want it blending in with this. So what I'm thinking is black is probably going to be the best way to go on this project, other than the KKR logo and its stripe through here. And yes, this is actually repaired and ready to be fixed and reshot right here. The stripe here and the stripe down here along with the number. I have decided that each car, because my great-granddad was a cattle rancher in Texas, he was 18 when he married his wife. She was 28, which puts him around 1918 when they got married. And he started cattle ranching at that point. So I figure I'll put one car as 1918. We'll just say 1920, good measure, because that's usually take a couple of years to start a ranch. So we'll go 1920, 1921, and 1922 on the first set. And then on the other set, we'll have another date and a consist of them. And that will be pretty much growing up, which I'm going to kind of try to go into an era also that compensates not only with the years that I was born, but my brother. And so I'm thinking 76 or 1977, 1978, 1979. Even though my middle brother is older than me, but that still put us in a timeline that we're in there with that. And I think that would work out pretty nice as far as timelines, and then of course the tender will have a date in there, or have a number on it. Not a date, but it'll actually be a number for the tender. It's not even a tender, it's a water tender, if you want to call it that, or a water tank. It's a one-off design. And that will sit between the cattle cars. But this will be the first set that will actually have numbers on it. So it'll be like a reporting mark plus a build date all rolled into one, if you want to call it that. Okay. Again, these cattle cars, this articulated cattle car, is a modern day take on the 1800s cattle industry when they were transporting cattle by rail. So this was just a modern day take. And so I'm kind of messing with it as I'm going along. The more I look at it, the more I'm going, okay, what needs to be changed here? What design change needs to happen here? What would this look like here? Or how would they do that with the railroad being in a consist articulate? So everything has to jive together and work together. What modern day technologies would advance? A brake wheel at either end of the articulate makes sense. You'll be able to set the brakes from either end. The ladders. Do I need to put them on the center car? No, but for the aspect of in case you have to get to it or get to the cattle, or you need to get in that car and you can't get to it from the front or the rear, you can get to it from the middle. One of the design changes I had looked at is, if you notice, right here, there's a ladder. But down here, there's nothing here. I've actually thought about putting footholes right here on the second set. That way, when I put the stirrups here, there's actually multiple access points on a later version compared to this one. But there again, that would be a design change at a later date. So I don't really want to do that too awful much. I don't want to stray a lot from what's going on here. Am I going to build another cattle car? I'm actually really contemplating it by using a Menards container. Not the container, but the chassis. After looking at one of the videos where I kind of, hey, I wonder if this would work and if it would be proper. It actually lined up perfect. So I may do some looking around on Facebook to see if I can find one that somebody's selling. If they are, cool. I don't need the containers. If I want that bad, I got one sitting right up there. If you're seeing a video on, I'll take the containers off and make a container yard and use the bottom of it. So yeah, I mean, that's just a lot of little stuff like that, in the O-Gauge world, this would probably be the first articulated cattle car. In the real world, it'd definitely be a shakeup. Cattle haulers be bitching, everybody be raising hell. They're going to kill the industry. No, I'm moving my own cattle. you know. But I will move your cattle for a price too if you want me to. Not as much as what cattle truck would cost, but still moving for you. Um, so yes, it's definitely going to be interesting to see how this all goes because these all have to match in with the train itself. Um, Again, the whole take on the train was a cattle baron who is showing his wealth, showing his pride for his own ranch, and has the money to be able to provide his own train. So that was the whole take on everything. Um, the more I think about it, I do have a cattle baron's car at the house that was based off the Kinky Shero, but has had some design changes in it. So there again, I'm leaning more towards putting that one in, and then maybe possibly if I can, look at stuff and I can find a car that needs to be rebuilt and get it really cheap, throw a second cattle car or a second pasture car in there as a ranch hand car or something, because the locomotive still has to be painted as well. Um, and striped and lettered. Locomotive, a number on it. It says 960 right now for Amtrak. Um, I would probably have to say on that one would be more of like it's already 960, so I don't know, 1960. Add a one to it. I don't know. Y'all tell me. Anyways, I hope y'all enjoyed this update that I'm doing. Hopefully, I'll be able to knock these out tomorrow. Um, it's just going to vary on timeline and what my next reload is after I get unloaded in the morning. But we're going to continue working on them. And when we get home, these will be on the rails and will be run again. And we'll see how everybody likes it behind the rest of the King Kepner Ranch train. And hopefully, well, I know we'll be running the F&M excursion train car and try to get a couple of the other ones finished up that I've already painted. Just need to be striped and get them on the rail and figure up a good way to letter the F&M on there. But we'll keep working with that. As always, please keep the shiny side up, rubber down if you like what you heard today and like the update. Please give a like and a subscribe. This channel is all about fun, being imaginative, having a good time, sometimes prototypical, tips, tricks, all of that. So all you new subscribers, thank you all for coming here. Very, very heartfelt. And welcome to this channel. Thank you guys for being here and hanging out. I will see y'all on the next video. We'll try to get one out tomorrow. I'll see y'all then. Y'all have a good day.